You know, there's going to be moments in life when the floor below you drops or the ground below you disappears and you're falling into an abyss and your mind is just going to run a fucking train on you if you do not have your self-talk correct. If you do not have your self-talk in check, your mind is going to take you down even further like crabs in the bucket. You know, there's moments in life when things happen that appear to be negative and things that commonly appear to be negative, you have to still have the courage to see what is the positive in this. Sometimes reality will say that you're just meant to be thrown away. Sometimes it can be seen like that. And you have a choice on how to interpret that. You have a choice on how you will respond. You know, reality is going to happen regardless. Things are going to happen. Bad things are going to happen. Good things are going to happen. And it is up to you on whether or not how you choose to perceive it. You know, if reality throws you away, are you going to let that experience feed into an identity that you're not good enough? Or are you going to let that experience feed into an identity that you're so good that you've graduated from that? And are you going to say, you can't throw me away? You can try, but I will always come out on top. You know, rather than looking at reality with, you know, like, what if this happens? Well, what if this happens? You know, you can do everything right and still shit will still go wrong. Shit will still throw you off your feet. And it's up to you on whether or not you're going to hit the ground running again and choose to get up again. Grounding yourself in these routines, the proper wake-up time, the workout, getting into your deep work, and while at the same time allowing that current emotion to fuel you. You know, not to let this emotion be labeled as it's from its first interpretation, not to let the situation be labeled from an initial interpretation, but to just keep your mind open to what does this actually mean? What is actually meant for me? There might be some days, you know, I remember having a conversation with my mother. And I realized, you know, on this particular day, the insight of choices was really singed into my mind, that all things in reality, you have choices at all times in reality. And I remember saying to my mom, like, Mom, one day I might kill myself. But you know what? That would have been a choice. There might come a moment in your life where you want to give up, where you want to just lie down and not try anymore, where everything's starting to look so bleak. And there's going to be a lot of moments in life that things are going to look bleak. And you might not even be able to see light at the end of the tunnel. You might not even know that there is even light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe it's just a hole. not a tunnel. You don't know. But it is in those moments that you truly still do have a choice. And in those moments, when you do make these difficult choices to go on, still, that is where your character is made. That is where you are truly introduced to yourself, of where your real power lies. They can choose to try and throw you away, but they'll try to take everything from you. But they'll never be able to take away your mind. And yeah, I think about, the example of a breakup. For example, some pieces of knowledge can help. Like, if you had a relationship and you had a breakup, expect 2 weeks for you to be able to get over that emotionally difficult state of consciousness, because you're literally on a deficit of happiness chemicals. Oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin. There's another one, And yeah, and consider this being your character building phase, where, in the moments that you don't want to do anything, what do you still get done? These are the hardest moments. And perhaps these are also the bravest moments that you could choose to keep going through. When reality says, I'm going to throw you away. Is reality really throwing you away? Or is reality pushing you to your next step that you don't think you're ready for yet? I have another episode on about being ready in life. And I don't think we are ever ready to step into who we came here to be. We just start to act and we adapt to that new identity. And I think about what I'm currently going through. And I'm just like, seriously, God, you couldn't have waited one more month? And I think about God saying, you have to fully go into what you're meant to be doing here. And I respond, I'm not good enough. I don't feel like I'm good enough. I don't feel like I'm ready. I'm not ready to fully sacrifice myself into that, to becoming who I came here to be. And it's hard. But I suppose that this emotional pain will have to have been approached at some point if I am to ever become who I came here to be. It's a funny thing how reality will keep on replaying itself over and over and over again until you learn your lesson. And that is definitely something I've felt today. Where I'm just like, I don't want to learn my lesson. But then I will have another and another and another experience until I finally surrender to the pain of becoming who I came here to be. And that's hard. And I realize that's a choice. And so there's going to be moments where reality is going to knock you off so hard that you hit like a rock bottom. And then you hit rock bottom again and then again. And just realize that those are reminders for you to pause and self-reflect. I've been lacking on my meditation. And for the first time, I finally actually did some meditation where I just sat there for a total of 20 minutes. And I just let my mind go. I just did do nothing technique meditation. Strong determination sitting. Strong position sitting. And I realized that all the answers are there. I just need to have the courage to sit with it every single day. And I will be guided to fully accept the cost. And through that, I will gain the courage to make the choice to show up again and again. And you have to choose to be ready for your next step in life. You have to choose to go another day and to choose, to fully live each and every day, It's on those worst days you have to ask yourself, if today was my last day, did I live or just exist? Did I actually fully live, given all the emotions, and I still put in a day because of the gratitude of having another day in life? Or did I just exist, succumbing to all the emotions of the story that I've imagined myself in? It's your call. Are you going to be a servant to God or a hostage to your ego? As Wayne Dyer put it. So with that, I'd like to thank you for watching. And I will see you in the next one.